Join me as I take on the challenge of living on a budget while food prices keep skyrocketing. Can I make it work? Food prices are going through the roof, and it's no secret that it's taking a toll on our wallets. From grocery shopping to dining out, it seems like every trip to the store or restaurant is leaving us with sticker shock. But just how bad is it? And what can we do to keep our budgets from taking a hit? The reality is, families and individuals are feeling the pinch. A trip to the grocery store that used to cost $100 is now costing $150 or more. Dining out, which used to be a treat, is now a luxury that many of us can't afford. And it's not just the cost of the food itself, it's the ripple effect it's having on our entire budget. Whether it's cutting back on other expenses or dipping into savings, the impact of rising food prices is being felt far and wide. For many of us, it means making tough choices about what we can and can't afford. Do we skip the dinner out with friends or cut back on the daily coffee habit? Do we opt for cheaper, less healthy options just to make ends meet? The truth is, the pressure is on, and it's taking a toll on our financial well-being. As we struggle to make sense of it all, it's clear that something needs to change. We need to find ways to make our budgets work despite the rising costs of food. But before we can do that, we need to understand what's driving these prices up in the first place. One major factor is supply chain issues. From farming and production to transportation and storage, every step of the process is vulnerable to disruptions that can drive up costs. Then there's inflation, which is making everything from labor to materials more expensive. And let's not forget about changes in consumer behavior. As our tastes and preferences change, so do the prices of the foods we crave. Add it all up, and it's a perfect storm that's leaving many of us feeling helpless. But we don't have to feel that way. By understanding the factors driving up food prices, we can start to make changes that will help us cope with the increasing cost. So, what can we do? First, let's focus on meal planning and budgeting. By planning our meals in advance, we can avoid last-minute takeout or dining out, which is often the most expensive option. We can also start shopping smart, looking for sales and discounts on the items we need most. And let's not forget about cooking at home. Not only is it healthier, but it's often cheaper too. Another strategy is to look for alternative sources of food. Whether it's shopping at local farmers markets or opting for community-supported agriculture programs, there are ways to get the fresh, healthy food we need without breaking the bank. And when all else fails, let's not be afraid to get creative in the kitchen, using up leftovers and stretching our food dollars as far as they'll go. As we navigate this challenging landscape, it's clear that knowledge is power. By understanding the factors driving up food prices and taking control of our budgets, we can start to make a difference. We can start to make smart choices that will help us stay afloat, even as the cost of food continues to rise. In the end, it's all about awareness and action. By staying informed and taking control of our budgets, we can rise to the challenge of skyrocketing food prices and stay on top of our finances. Thanks for joining me on this journey, and I want to hear from you. What are your favorite budgeting tips and tricks? Share them with us in the comments below, and don't forget to check out our next video on managing your finances.